Hey everyone, it's me, Carbundance. Welcome to my 365 days in this year where I show you how I got from eating disorder and quasi recovery to real eating disorder recovery. And also I'm going to answer a question of yours. So you see me here actually with the short hair that you already know from previous videos. That I had cut my hair because it had gotten really thin from basically from the restrictive eating disorder, from undereating. And keep in mind, I was still really convinced, I don't know, it's weird lighting. I was still thinking that I was eating enough because I met the mini-mod guidelines minimum. But as the word says, it's a minimum that they recommend for people to recover. And so I didn't treat it as a minimum. I actually was afraid to get over it. I was afraid to eat too little and I was afraid to eat too much because of the eating disorder that I was still in, and that's why it was quasi recovery and not real recovery. So you see here, I was very big on the fruit. I had watermelon and grapes, and I love fruit, but the thing is, this was fear and restriction driven because I thought I had to kind of get rid of the finger thing, and just basically everything I did, the eating disorder just loved, because it was also restriction. I was not allowed anymore for a good reason now to eat the actual fear food that I should have eaten. So this was the next meal, basically just dates. It's mono fruit meals. These are selfies. I was asking David why we think we made these selfies. I mean, I do not look happy here. I think it's because of my skin. You can see there's like, no, it's not acne, but it's like pimples, and it's, I guess I just broke out there and I wanted to document it. I don't know, but yeah, I mean, I don't know how I should describe it, but I personally don't think I look healthy and happy here. Go figure. I mean, of course I was not. I was still in my eating disorder. This was my next meal. I mean, let's call it green soup. I bet it's bananas and spinach and then strawberries on the side. I felt already that the big volume of like the huge ass smoothies did not agree with me, and it just filled me up so much, but basically it didn't do anything else for me. And the mental hunger was still there, and so I might have tried to just decrease the volume a bit and make like a smoothie bowl out of it with less liquid. I don't know. This is sweet potatoes and a bunch of veggies. I love sweet potatoes, but you can just see these meals that I make here, they scream orthorexia, and I love all types of whole foods. I am a huge fan of them, but this was all fear driven and eating disorder driven, and what I should have done here is really just pretty much eaten the unhealthiest things that I could have had in mind, vegan or not. Chocolate, chips, all of that stuff. Your body, your hunger, your truth. The only thing on this planet that knows, you can pause it. It's your body. The only thing on this planet who knows what you need is your body, not any type of guru. These are some impressions of what I ate 1 week ago. This was some impressions. It's not everything I ate in that day. It's just, some random impressions. This is a Cliff Bar. It's the blueberry type. As I said in the previous video, I just love Cliff Bars. I love everything sweet. I love dates. I just naturally love sweet things more than fatty things, but I will not say no to combining both if I wanted. For example, like in chocolate and stuff. And also I had these kind of fried vegetables that you saw before, and chips, these salt vinegar chips. And then also later with band practice, the worship band practice for church, I had these type of chips as much as I wanted, and then some pizza slice that someone else from our band didn't want anymore. I just ate that, and it was a normal conventional non-vegan pizza. I was just hungry and wanted it, and so I don't overthink it and I eat it. So this is a question I got from Cheryl on my German channel, and she says she also gets lost in research because she's afraid that she's doing something wrong. She says right now it's being afraid about the sugar, the amount of sugar in the food and the blood sugar, that it must not be too high. And she says she has inflamed gums at her teeth, and she is afraid that it is the sugar, and she thinks it's the sugar, and it's the sugar to blame, and that she has to eat anti-inflammatory foods, etc., she says. And so I just want to say a few of my thoughts here, because I can relate. Sorry, I just look like a ghost. I have no idea what's going on. Maybe we just make it a little bit less. No, I'm just more yellow. Well, whatever. I had the same problem because I thought, it was basically 1 year ago also, and the years before as well, when I had the parasite and everything. If you have seen my videos there, also with, I actually have a vegan health crisis timeline on my website, which you can, it's actually linked in the info box. You can look it up, where I basically lined up all of the symptoms that I had due to undereating on a vegan diet, which I reversed already. But the gums, they never grew back until 1 year ago. And I really do think that they are getting so much better now. But periodontitis, I think it's called. It's when the gums recede. It's like a gum recession, I think. It's like, and you can see that the gums are receding and pull back from the teeth, which they're not supposed to do when you're healthy. They only will do that when you are malnourished, under eating, not getting the nutrients that the gums and the teeth need. And there are people that say, well, that's you don't get the nutrients when you're vegan. I personally don't believe that. But I thought at that time as well that, it has something to do with what I'm doing here. I might eat too much fats, too much sugar, or whatever. But I can say from my experience, if that helps you, 100% it just had to do with undereating. Like my gums, they were so sore, and I also actually had to start back. It helped me to start back on conventional, normal fluoride-containing toothpaste. I have one that I can recommend that helped me very much. I can make an extra video on that. It's called Elmex Professional, I think, or Colgate. I was in the Philippines back then when I started it, but they're basically both the same, but two different brands. But if you're interested in that, just drop me a comment and I will type it. And so that, and also eating enough, getting out of the eating disorder, the real recovery stuff that you're going to see throughout the year, the really eating what I was craving and not having a calorie maximum at all and going through the extreme hunger caused my gums to not be sensitive anymore. They used to be so sensitive with everything I ate, especially acidic foods, of course, and sugary foods. What you see here what you have seen here on the screen with what I ate on that day, like the grapes and the watermelon and especially the dates with so much sugar, and it's like that sticks to the teeth, which is not a problem when you just remove them after eating them. But while eating it, my gums were so sensitive. And that's when I also thought, it must be the sugars. But it wasn't. I'm so sure it wasn't. It was just bringing out the symptom more so it was not the sugar that made it worse, but due to the sugar, because I already had the condition, with the receding gums and the teeth sensitivity, it was the sugar revealed it basically and made me feel it, but it wasn't the sugar. If anything, more sugar and more fat actually helped me reverse it, because it helped me reverse the energy deficit. I hope that makes sense. So give me a thumbs up if this helped you. Let me know if you if you have more detailed questions. Let me know. I'm happy to answer all of your questions, and see you tomorrow.